Hello everyone, my name is Rodi Khamis. I work in Mirath. We work with churches to provide for the vulnerable people in Lebanon.
My name is Irene Catalunya. I am working with Food for the Hungry Cambodia.
I'm Nathan Sharkar. I work for Baptist World Aid Australia office in Bangladesh.
I am Dana. I'm responsible for program work UMN, United Mission to Nepal.
My name is Charles Mutuku. ADS Eastern works in 4 counties in Kenya.
The whole world right now is facing this crisis, this coronavirus. However, in Lebanon, we are viewing this crisis as a crisis within an already existing crisis, an economic and financial crisis that had started in October.
Actually, life in Kenya has greatly changed.
The lockdown started from March 24th. So it's more than a month now.
We are fearing that people might start dying of hunger, but not die of coronavirus.
Because lockdown means no work, no income for them. And no income means no food, no security, no future.
The borders are also closed, and so there are a lot of people that are really affected. Laborers from Thailand went back in Cambodia, and so when they came back, there were no jobs for them, and so their families are really having a hard time coping with that.
Well, livelihoods is one of the means to survive. They are quarantined, yes, it's good, but there is no alternative. How can they feed their children and feed themselves?
We already had many vulnerable households, whether they were refugees or Lebanese. Now with this situation, with the coronavirus and the economic situation worsening, those vulnerable families have become even much more vulnerable, as well as the increase in number of vulnerable households.
I can see there are farmers, there are people, there are vulnerable communities who are living in hunger even now as we speak. The other problem which will arise sooner or later will be access to enough water to balance between domestic and the hygiene needs.
So if there's a shortage of water, it will be very difficult for people to practice proper hand washing. And at the same time, in terms of their immune system, it will also be affected.
And that is a very big fear, because actually it may make the disease spread further.
Over 1 million Rohingya refugees are living in refugee camps in southern Bangladesh. Average population density per square kilometer is 40,000.
Since the beginning of the coronavirus, all the world has been talking a lot about social distancing, about staying away. However, in certain communities, especially with the refugees here in our country, it's very difficult.
It's very kind of temporary shelter. They're living in very close and overcrowded.
There are several families living in one tent, in informal tented settlements. There are many families living in one unfinished building or house or shop front or warehouse. They all live together.
They are considered to be among the most at risk in this pandemic.
These things happens, disasters. Sometimes earthquake, sometimes flood, fire. Australia just had a massive forest fire. But it is so important to come together and fight against those negative things. And if we are together and if we realize how God has been working through it, we can conquer.
I give thanks to God that He's always attentive to the prayers of His people.
Whatever we need, God is being able to provide for us, and even God is helping us to be able to provide for others. So this by itself to me is very encouraging.
It's making us really happy here that we can continue our work and our ministry together.
We request that you continue supporting communities, because it is the request of God that people may support other people, for we were made for each other.
We are all in this together.